Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to talk about advertising with Wi-Fi stars. The first thing that you need to know about advertising is that you can create campaigns from two locations. So let's imagine that this is your network structure. So you have your reseller, your manager, and then the domain. What you can do is the possibility to add, as you can see here, we have two campaigns under your manager, so under the control of the manager. Or in another option is the possibility to create an advertiser like this. But for the moment, we just focus on this. The campaign are the same. It's just a different way to organize the advertising and your campaigns. But the first thing that you need to do is just to click here on the context menu and click on Add Campaign. Once you click Add Campaign, now I just edit this existing one just to show you some content. So once you create a new campaign, these are the fields that you need to fill in order to create your campaign. So you have your description with the name of the campaign. Of course, this is just an internal name, an internal code to recognize your campaign and advertising. The frequency field, this is useful if you have more than one campaign running at the same time, so you can choose the frequency from one campaign to another. So in this case with medium, they will be shown like 50-50. So in 10 times, 5 times will be one and 5 times will be another. Time zone, of course, based on your time zone, start date and end date. So you can choose to limit a campaign for a specific period. And also with these activation hours, you can limit a campaign for a specific hour. So just imagine that you're creating a campaign for lunchtime. Maybe you want to run this just a few hours before lunch. So you can simply schedule this to be activated on the specific hours that you're looking for. If you work with multiple domains and gateways or categories, you can also set this here. So you can set a campaign only to a specific gateway, or a specific domain. Maybe just try to imagine if you have two gateways. Maybe, I don't know, it could be a restaurant with a swimming pool and restaurant, a hotel with a swimming pool and restaurant. So you can run some advertising just on the gateway of the swimming pool, promoting some content, and inside in the restaurant you can promote other contents. So you can choose to show different advertising campaign based on the gateway or the domain. You can also set up, and this is the most important part, the total budget of the campaign. So this is how much money you get from your client. So let's say that you earn $1,000 for your campaign. You can schedule this to, you can spread this, to be on a daily budget, like $10, or click cost, impression cost. So all the dashboard and all the campaign will be based on these numbers that you set up here. So just be careful on that. Just set up the costs that you want and you agree with your client. You can choose to geolocate a campaign. This is a little bit tricky. I mean, you have to you need to have a wide network of gateways around the area, because you can set up a point, a GPS point here, and set up distance, a radius distance from that point, and all the gateways that are inside that area will be ready to host this campaign. So just try to imagine you are you want to promote a sport event near a stadium. So you set up here the stadium location with the GPS position, and you set here like 5 kilometers. So all the gateways that are inside that radius of 5 kilometers will be ready to show this campaign. So you can. This is how we work with geolocation. So this is how the location is working. This is one of the latest features that we add on the campaign settings. So you can choose to have a specific target for a specific campaign. This means that you can, of course, the first login will be kind of anonymous because the user need to register. So this campaign will not be shown. Maybe you can have another one running at that time, but you can set up this campaign based on the rules. So you can create a new rule, like it could be country, for example, and on the country you choose equal to Italy. So this campaign will only be shown to the Italian users. So this is how you can target a campaign for a specific audience. So this is how it works. Some options here on the notes. You can suspend, of course. This is the graphical part. So we have this intro. That is the intro that we already know, that is the same of the templates. So we have this intro type that could be YouTube video or just a static image, or you can upload a file or whatever, and you can choose the second of visualization before the user need to skip, like YouTube do. So it's very easy. You can set up your URL that will be the redirect where the user are clicking on outside the skip button. You have the banners. So we have top banner, left banner, and right banner here. So with a specific link here, or the pop-up. So we also support the pop-up. Of course, everything I'm telling to you right now inside this campaign, so talking about banners, intro, is always related to the Wacom portal. So these advertising are shown only in the Wacom portal, not outside. So it's not injection. Once the user is in the Wacom portal, can see the content. Outside, once the user leave the Wacom portal, they cannot see any content. So the banners are gone. What you can do in order to avoid this is to create a product that has an automatic disconnection after a few minutes. For example, every, I don't know, 10 minutes, the user is disconnected and redirect to the Wacom portal where you show advertising, and then the user need to click again and to start surfing again, because the credentials are memorized from the system thanks to the MAC address. So this could be one way to use the advertising in order to promote content and to show advertising also. It's not during the navigation, right? But it's kind of similar. I mean, you disconnect the user, you show the advertising, the user just click on follow the navigation, on proceed, and so they will start surfing again. So this is how you can manage your campaign, and you can show some advertising to your users. So that we saw that the thing that we saw are the campaigns settings, and of course you can have more than one running. And what I was saying to you at the beginning of this little tutorial is that you can have the campaigns right under your control here, so under the manager, or you can create a different figure. There is the advertiser. So you can click here on the from the reseller. You need to create a different figure that is not the manager, that is not part of the network, but is the advertiser. So it could be a web agency or whatever that can manage the advertising for you. So, and this is the same way to add the campaigns. So you can add campaigns under this, and this is how you can also structure your network in order to maintain all your campaigns under one user and one control. It depends on how you want to structure this network. So let's see a preview of our campaign. We have this example here, so we just open the preview, and on the user interface preview here, now we have this intro video that you can see that is loading a YouTube video of this Thai Airways. So this is the video. Now we need to skip and enter in the Wacom portal. You can see that here we have this top banner here on the top that is part of the advertising, of course, that is always fixed and always visible and clickable by the user, of course. And this is on mobile. If we preview this on a desktop version, of course, we have our video that will pop up again. So full width video. You can skip and enter, and now we can see the full campaign. So we have left banner, right banner, top banner, and these are always visible on iPad, and it depends on the width of the device, basically. So this is how the campaigns are working on Wi5stars. We have other settings. You can suspend a campaign, you can unsuspend. So there are other few options inside the campaign, but this is the most important part, let's say, of this first step that you need to take in order to start with a campaign. On the context menu of the campaign, we have other options, like maybe the most important one is this one, is the advertising dashboard. So here you can see all the clicks and all the impressions and some numbers here related to the campaign. So you can choose a period here to take into consideration. So you can set up a start date and a end date for this report, and start to analyze your data or present this data to your client. So this is how we work with the campaign. So this is the trend of the clicks, and you have the total costs of the campaign and the conversion. So you have a lot of options there that you can export as a PDF to present to your client. If you want to go on detail, you can also enter here on the daily summary of the campaign, and here you have all the clicks and all the impression. You have a kind of log of everything that happened inside the campaign, and you can also choose to export this data as an Excel file, CSV, and you can even filter for specific rule, just for impressions, just for just a campaign description here, a specific campaign. So here you have all the data that you can analyze on a separate business tool or Excel file or whatever. So yeah, this is a brief overview of the campaign. Of course, if you have any doubt or any thing that you want to know, you can just contact us. You have in description some links that can be useful for you for some content that we have, also our wiki for the documentation, and our contacts if you want to get in touch with us for a demo or for anything that is related to Wi5stars and Hotspot.